on this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
But
After a brutal betrayal and a dangerous fight with their new friend Squid,
So, last episode, you guys,
Last
we
episode,
had
Squid was fine.
a sad fight with Squid, but at the last moment, he managed to limp away carrying Mousetrap with him.
Yes.
Totally went to the farm. He didn't get blasted to bits by Inner Radiance Torrent.
He's on the farm. He's hanging out with Alonzo.
he didn't go to the farm, but boy, did he buy it.
Micah's angels mourn their loss.
Chester will sadly walk up and grab Mousetrap,
Put it back in the box.
put it back in his bag.
I'm going to start
He'll take his
kicking
hat
dirt
off.
over the
Yeah,
corpse.
he'll take his hat off over Squid and be like, "You didn't know any better. You were so sweet." He'll start covering it with dirt as well.
Eleanor just wipes the goo off of her sword.
But the dangers of the Spellscar Desert won't let them rest easy.
A ridge of hills offers the promise of at least some shelter in the blistering sun. And suddenly, a small plume of sand erupts from the ground a few feet ahead of you, followed almost immediately by the crack of a distant rifle shot.
What?
We're going deeper.
Is it Uncle 10 Fingers Boomstick?
Roll for initiative.
Oh,
It's
no.
not.
Now.
Oh, we're orphans, what do you know? The terrors of the sea. We're orphans, where we go, pillaging happily. We're orphans, let there be no ambiguity. Cause who doesn't like a pile of loot? Some gold, some jewels, some shiny suit. I'm getting such stares. And
A plasma screen TV to boot.
An orphan's life for me. Yo-ho! Welcome back to the Tor Galarian, everybody.
Welcome back to Derek Shakes the Table, everybody.
I'm so excited.
And makes Drow incredibly angry.
I've got a candle next to me.
You asked for that candle to be
Yeah,
next
that's
to you.
because you're farting.
Anyway, welcome back to Derek's Tour of the Inner Sea, everybody.
Welcome
Today,
back, everybody.
we are leaving Absalom and going back to the bumfuck lands up way up north in the Inner Sea as we continue our tour
Yay!
To the more fun areas.
to the more fun and wacky areas.
Really, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
so
am correct.
the first place we stopped on our...
Objectively.
Jesus Christ, guys.
I do object.
The first place we stopped on our tour of the Inner Sea was Urison, to the
The land of witches?
witches.
Wow.
Yes.
Urson, I hardly know Urson.
Oh my God. To the-
Urson is near this.
Yeah, it is. It's directly to the east of where we're going to go today, which is the lands of the Linorm Kings. So this will be to the west of Urison.
The West?
The west.
What is this on the 4chan map?
It's probably
Is it
the
Vikings? I think
Vikings.
it's Vikings.
It just is helpful because we've seen that map and I use it to help me visualize because it's simplified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the new one, it is called Vikings.
Yeah.
On the old one, it is also called Vikings.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the old one, it is next to witches, and on the new one, it is next to Urison, which is called Russian Narnia.
I love it.
That's fair.
It's basically
It's
exactly
perfect.
right. But yeah, the land of the Linorm Kings is basically, you like Vikings, you like Skyrim, you like that kind of aesthetic. Well, this is the place for you.
Like, yeah, really.
It is not like a singular nation. So like Urison is a nation state. Even it's like controlled by whoever the queen of Urison is at the time. The lands of the Linorm Kings are just that. They are different little kingdoms of the Linorm Kings.
What, right now, there's 7 main areas?
There's 7 main areas. I think there's 4 Linorm Kings currently, if I remember right.
Well, that's on the wiki, so that might not be right. That's the same one that forgot Ostog.
That's true. Yeah. So the different areas, and for reference, we're going to be using the Lost Omens World Guide, which is the 2E kind of big overview setting book. But we're also going to be using mainly, for me at least, the 1E campaign setting, Lands of the Linorm Kings. I got this back when I was starting to run Reign of Winter, because you don't necessarily go there, but because Urison is right adjacent to the Lands of the Linorm Kings, there's content that's pulled from here, and so it's useful to have.
Was you're a cat from Linorm Kings or Mammoth Lords?
She was from the Mammoth Lords.
Yeah, she was Kellid. which is
Kellen.
home of the Mammoth Lords. But a lot of the people you met in Urison were...
Not to be confused with Kellish.
Nope, not to be confused.
No. But a lot of the people that you met in Urison that weren't like Jadwiga were Ulfin, like ethnically, which is the kind of ethnic people group from the land of the Lenormand Kings. So the overview, if you do have like this the book, there's a map of the lands of the Lenormand Kings, and it's split into these different kind of regions. There's the Broken Bay, which has it's like a couple of islands off the northeast coast. There's Icemark, the Thane Lands, Hag Reach, which is on the border with Urison, the Grungier Forest, which is a big kind of, honestly, it's the region that just around this main old forest there. There's the Southmoor, which is the southern border of the lands of the Lenormand Kings with Varesia. And then there's a bunch of like islands called the Ironbound Isles. And basically there's different kings that control different parts of it. And there, could be wars and like politicking going back to take off the different things. But like, it's very heavily, inspired by Viking lore. Like on the back matter of the book, it just says "Land of Vikings." In the savage north lies a realm where only those who slay mighty draconic Lenorms are fit to rule, where giants and trolls dwell just beyond the veneer of civilization, lying in wait to attack anyone who tread too far into the wild, where the magical influence of the first world of the Fae hides just beyond the thin layer of reality, where barbarians and berserkers and raiders constitute civilization and the weak serve the strong. These are the fabled, savage, and noble lands of the Lenormand Kings.
But wait, Derek, the audience may be saying, I've never heard of a Lenorm before.
You like?
I want to
that?
talk about Lenorms, actually.
Go for it.
So, in the beginning, the gods made a plane, a world. And they decided it
Plane?
didn't... I hate you.
Don't stop, not an aeroplane.
And they decided, this isn't quite right. So they put that on the back burner, and that became the first world, or the Pathfinder equivalent of the Feywild.
Yeah, it's where the fairies are.
I will take this moment to interject. So,
Okay, please.
Feywild and D&D kind of like means a lot more. It's like the realm of the Fey. It's kind of where elves sort of came from, because elves are Fey-based.
Like the Eladrin,
Yeah.
Elbaran, or whatever.
In Pathfinder, the first world may seem like the Feywild, and it is inspired by that, but it is also very different.
It's also very different, yes.
The Feywild in all lore in Pathfinder is referred to as like
The first world.
It is called the first world, and it's because it is like the testing ground for what became the material plane.
So you can find some crazy things there.
So the Feywild
like I
isn't-
said, they decided this wasn't quite right.
Yeah, so while the Feywild is crazy because it's Fey and weird stuff, the first world is crazy because the rules are kind of wonky. It's the first project in Unity. Nothing kind of makes sense.
Yes,
Everything's
a little bit broken.
Yeah.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
Right.
And now it is.
Well, no, it is. But that's where you can find a lot of Lenorms. And the theory is that Lenorms came through a portal from the first world to the material plane. And in fact, Lenorms in the first world currently hold the theory that dragons are descendants of Lenorms from the first world.
Yeah. That's actually, it's the original. I have the wiki pulled up right here. They were the original draconic race on Galarian, existing eons before the arrival of true dragons.
Right.
And that's right. And to like get to like what they're like, they possess they're serpentine with, I think some of them may have some legs.
Yeah,
they don't have
they
wings.
usually have like the legs on the front.
Yeah, the legs on the front. They don't have wings, but they're capable of magical flight. They have a breath weapon like a dragon, but unlike dragons, they're not innate spellcasters, and they have a connection, like was mentioned, to the first world of the Fae, and they're able to pass from our world and their world. And here's where the big thing that makes them different.
Not only to say that, but there is a curse.
Yes, the curse, the Fae part of them. So like dragons have magic, Lenorms have curses, and whoever kill them are affected by their curses. And it depends on what type of Lenorm. If you fight a fire Lenorm, you could be cursed in 1E. It would be a curse of fire, where you now have weakness to fire. Some of them are as simple as weaknesses. Some of them are you're going to start
immediately.
rotting and then eventually die. Some of them are die immediately.
Yes.
If you want a creative one, Derek will talk talk more about this later, but one Lenorm king is cursed to marry a Fey queen.
Right.
But like, let's see, I have a list of other things they do. They basically have a boon that's freedom of movement. They cannot be physically constrained. They are unaffected by mind affecting things. They're immune to curses. They're just really dangerous Fey versions of dragons, if you want to make it really simple. And they're really cool because I had never heard of a Lenorm until I played Pathfinder.
They're dragons that make even less sense.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're a thing out like a lot of creatures you can find outside of Pathfinder or D&D. I don't know if they're like that because this was the first place I found them, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
I do think that they're outside of that, but I don't think they're utilized quite as much. Like, I've never, seen or heard of people using Lenorms in 5e.
It might be one of those things.
There is a Forgotten Realms wiki for it, but like I said, they're not as big a deal as dragons.
Yeah. And it could be the thing where this comes from a certain mythology and where Pathfinder just says, when asked which mythology it wants to incorporate beings from, it just says yes.
Yeah. And you won't find Lenorms, from what I can tell, in many places that aren't the Land of the Lenorm Kings, because the Land of the Lenorm Kings is on like an invisible fault that has a portal to the first world.
Yeah.
Which is why there's so much Fey nonsense in the Land of the Lenorm Kings.
Yeah. It's it and Urison, but like they were able to stave off Urison's expansion.
Yeah.
More or less.
All of that to say, you want to know how you become a king in the Land of the Lenorm Kings? You gotta defeat one of those Lenorms in single combat.
Yeah, I was going to say here, a negative 624 AR, Sayborn Armfang defeats a Crag Lenorm in single combat at the mouth of the Rhymeflow River, then uses the heroic accomplishment to declare himself the first of the Lenorm kings, beginning the tradition that all kings in this land must slay a Lenorm before they can assume rule. Sayborn establishes Kalsgard. Initially, the site is little more than a meat hall for Sayborn and his warriors, but as his fame grows, so too does the settlement. Pretty frickin' dope.
Yeah.
I wonder what CR a Lenorm is.
Yes.
Oh,
it can vary.
There are different types.
One other place specifically mentioned. I know nothing about this place. I want to throw it out there. They're in the impossible kingdoms of Vudra.
No, that's not too far where you are.
Really?
Yeah, it's off the coast.
Oh.
It's an
Yay!
island.
Lenorms!
Lenorms!
Oh, no. Lenorms!
My notes, first bullet point for today's Tour of the Undersea is Lenorms, bro.
Yeah.
Second bullet point, Vikings.
Yep.
Third bullet point, cold. And the next one after that, 8 witches. That's
Eight witches.
That's a very important part of it, too.
That is a very important part of it. They clash intensely.
Yes.
Yeah, because Baba Yaga basically stole a huge chunk of what was the lands of the Lenorm kings from them to create Urison as it is today. And they had a bad fight trying to not get completely demolished.
I liked it because I was reading it because like it's just a bunch of barbarians fighting magic and fae and trolls
with axes and such.
Like a huge army attacking them, and it got so bad they sent children from all across their lands to the first world in exchange for aid. They gave up children because Baba Yaga was hurting them so bad, and I don't know if it even helped.
Yeah, I think the thing is, my understanding of with the Winter War, whenever Baba Yaga invaded, was more just she got bored and stopped.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the only reason, which is not comforting. But it's been thousand years or more, so, it might be fine. Maybe.
The great thing about Baba Yaga is that she is one of the most powerful things on Galarian, and she just
doesn't care.
She sort of fucks off, usually. She's like, yeah, I did this. I'm good.
One of the cool trivia things about the lands of the Lenorm Kings that I remembered from first edition is that there is a settlement called Averka. I'm going to pull it up here. Yeah, I think it's not Averka, Avaraka, A-V-E-R-A-K-A. Avaraka. It is a town on the Ironbound Isles that is predominantly populated by half-orcs.
Yeah.
It is supposedly a small group of half-orcs decided to settle in the island, and they managed to establish a now flourishing town of Avaraka. They have granted the right to accept any half-orc to settle there, making this like the largest half-orc settlement in the Inner Sea, because especially, and this is coming from 1E, half-orcs, kind of by lore, have a lot of like stigmatism against them, because orcs in 1E are predominantly kind of a chaotic evil force. And because of their lore.
You don't become a half-orc by a consensual union.
Almost
Oftentimes,
never.
Pretty much.
But like because of that, there's a lot of prejudice against them, at least in the 1E lore, right?
Yeah.
So it was a cool thing to have like a dedicated place where like half-orcs travel to be set up and independent. And the Vikings don't really care. They got bigger problems. They got trolls, Baba Yaga, witches, Linorms. Yeah, half-orcs. You're fine. Just settle wherever you want.
You can basically go up to people in like the Mammoth Lords and stuff and be like, hey, I hate witches.
Sweet.
And they're like, brother,
drink with me.
What a coincidence.
I too hate witches.
And I want to take this moment now to talk about my favorite NPC, or not even NPC, because he is played by someone who is from the land of the Linorm Kings, and that's Ostog the Unslain. He was made by Eric Mona, which is like one of the guys in charge of publishing at Paizo.
Jesus.
In one of their home games. The first I heard about them, and I will link this in the episode description, is the Glass Cannon podcast, which, you know, we're all a big fan of. So like whenever 2E was coming out in 2019, they had played like the playtest beforehand, and it was super cool to hear it like early. But at Paizocon 2019, when 2E was like about to launch, I think it came out in July or August or something officially, but it was like the final books were there and it was ready to go, you know, kind of thing. Jason Bullman, the lead game designer, I think, for 2E, ran their crew and Eric Mona through a 2E, like not really a one shot. It was like 3 episodes, and I'll link the first episode if you want to watch it, because it is hilarious to listen
pretty
to.
Good.
They're showing off, I forget what the level characters are, but
I believe they were either 5 or 7.
something like that. Yeah. Playing it for the first time. And Ostog, which is Eric Mona's like 1E PC, was there and was used as a plot point because he had just killed a Linorm and was like declaring himself to be a king.
They were celebrating his victory with him as the new king.
It
And
isn't
then
a
we
spoiler
find out
because this
the
is like
curse.
the first chunk of the episode is that the curse is that he has to marry this fae. And he's so wonderful. He's called Ostog the Unslain because he hasn't been killed or brought back, and he doesn't wear any armor.
Yep.
And he's a barbarian, and it's just great. And he's your favorite, like, big, dumb, stupid barbarian in the best way possible. He has a legendary sword, Gnarl Fang.
He's almost Himbo.
He's
Almost.
great.
He's
And
not quite friendly enough.
my favorite bit is like, I'm afraid there's a curse, and then Eric Mona playing his old character is like, there doesn't have to be. He's so dumb. I love him. And not only so, like after this, in the last 1E Adventure Path, Tyrant's Grasp, they had a bunch of like bonus content. One of them was a full like with art stat block of Ostog the Unslain. This is the last book. This is the 6th book of Tyrant's Grasp, so the last like 1E Adventure Path book they published. But not only did he show up there, he's in the Lost Omens World Guide.
He is now officially in the lore.
Yeah, on page 113.
How's it feel, Eric
On the like
Mona?
few paragraphs they have about the land of the Linorm Kings. The most recent king to take a throne is the legendary adventurer Ostog the Unslain, who claimed the throne of Yol after Opir's disappearance. Whether Ostog can keep the title of the Unslain for long while holding his throne, only time can tell. I love that.
I believe in him.
I love that
go,
so
Ostog.
much.
Shouldn't.
You shouldn't. But anyway, the
I mean,
moral,
he's a PC. Why shouldn't I believe in him?
the moral of the story is, unless anyone else has anything to add,
Gorham.
the moral of the story is, you like Vikings, you just check out the land of the Linorm Kings. I don't think there's actually any like adventure paths. I know there's some society scenarios. There's society scenarios written everywhere, but like I don't
Society
think
scenarios are the best.
I don't think there's any adventure paths that deal with the land of the Linorm Kings. I know there's definitely society scenarios, but I don't know if there's modules either.
Who knows?
So, like, They're like what, predominantly barbarians?
Yes.
Some skalds,
We were
maybe.
reading-
I'm pretty sure the wiki page for Legends of the Linorm Kings is 1E, but all 4 Linorm Kings were barbarians ranging from level 13 to 18.
Yeah, every single one
Yep.
was a barbarian, and that is wonderful.
Wonderful.
That's great. I love that
Who
for
would
them.
be stupid enough to kill a beast that would curse you with its death? A barbarian.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming to today's tour of the Inner Sea. We'll now resume our normal trip back to the Spellscar Desert.
What?
We'll go back centuries
No, I don't want to go
before
back.
the Starstone was raised.
Squid!
The Wizard Kings Nex and Geb warred with one another,
He had to
scarring
die.
the land
He
between
had
them
to die.
into a devastated, unstable magic wasteland. From the glowing ashes of the Mana Wastes arose
We
Alkenstar,
killed him
the
dead.
city of smog, a metropolis of airships, skyscrapers, factories, and clockwork wonders. To the world, Alkenstar is the pinnacle of innovation and determination in the face of insurmountable odds.
Pinnacle?
On its streets, life in Alkenstar is the non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition. And it is here that a desperate group, hungry for revenge, living on the edge of the law, comes for the ones who cast them out. They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar.
They are the Linorm Kings.
Lynn Orms, what do you know? The kings of the kings.
Manaways.
Manaways.
So, last episode, you guys,
Last
We
episode,
had
Squid was fine.
a sad fight with Squid, but at the last moment, he managed to limp away carrying Mousetrap with him.
Yes.
Yes.
And he is having a great time.
A great time.
Playing
course he did.
Mousetrap all by
He
himself
felt his
after
way-
he decided to go vegan.
Yeah, he found his
So if
way
you're playing
to
a Leshy,
a happy farm. So he's living happily
Oh, yeah.
on a farm playing Mousetrap.
I'll turn on the sad music.
Totally went to the farm. He didn't get blasted to bits by Inner Radiance Torrent.
He's on the farm. He's hanging out with Alonzo.
He didn't go to the farm, but boy, did he buy it.
oh god, stop this.
I loved him.
When
He had to die.
When last we left our intrepid band of Spellscar explorers, you were making your way through the Spellscar Desert after landing in the second kiss. You had met an incredibly odd alien life form. I put on the sad music for you guys. I hope you know. Named nothing. You named him yourself. You named him Squid.
Wasn't his name I?
We're saying his. It's they.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
our concept of gender remotely applies.
In the
Unless everything's just a good boy. Jacob's holding a invisible lighter, waving it back and forth.
From here,
But
wants to eat his homies. Doesn't know that it hurts me.
Keep going.
He tried to eat
I'm
us.
done.
Not you, him.
He had to die.
but unfortunately, he also doesn't understand the difference between friend and food. He just kind of does what he wants, or they want, and they beat the shit out of you.
I did 51 damage and 1 critical finisher.
Yeah.
It made me really
Eleanor
happy.
beat the shit out of it.
And then Psycheer killed it with Inner Radiance Torrent.
It was a good time. Yeah, you slaughtered that squid.
And it had, what, 2 hit
It
points?
gave one last
Yeah.
sad as its tentacles came off of Psycheer.
I feel bad.
And that's where we find you now.
I don't.
Feel bad as well.
I don't.
He didn't know any better. We had to defend ourselves, but he didn't know any better.
I don't think that we could have taught him in time anyway.
I don't think so either. I told Derek, by the by, for the audience, that if we had ended our encounter with him peacefully, Chester was going to send him to the farm to the best of
course.
his ability.
Where else would you have sent him?
He needs to,
Kill
learn.
your mother?
No, if we had ended peacefully, if he hadn't attacked us.
But he still would have gotten hungry.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
If we could have learned him good.
If we could have taught him the difference between friend
Oh.
and food.
Yeah.
Or if we had ended peacefully and there was no problem with friend and food, he would have sent him to the farm because he's so innocent. He was innocent. He didn't know better.
Innocent,
It was
you say?
a very dangerous childlike mind.
If somebody has a pet lion, do you blame the lion for eating them?
Did you take 55 damage from this creature?
Chester
no,
got
you
hurt.
did not.
He did get a big hit in the
Chester
beginning.
got hurt real
But
bad.
we also need to understand that Eleanor, much like a cat in real life, is very protective when people get hurt. But, yep, Squid's dead.
Yeah. Squid.
Squid's dead. Chester will sadly walk up and grab Mousetrap,
Put it back in the box.
put it back in his bag.
I'm gonna start
He'll take his
kicking
hat
dirt
off.
over the corpse.
He'll take his hat off over Squid and be like,
You stupid alien.
"You didn't know any better. You were so sweet." He'll start covering it with dirt as well.
Eleanor just wipes the goo off of her sword.
If it reloads, it gives him an extra tap.
Chester's
right,
like,
too soon.
"I don't blame you." Chester reloads his gun too. No, it was already reloaded.
Yeah, you spent like a whole round reloading it.
Well, that was traumatic.
I feel empty.
Feels wrong. We had to, I know, but it feels wrong.
Welcome to the Manoways.
Teaching.
Welcome to the Manoways.
Is it always like
It was
this?
like, yeah. It was like blasting a child in the face with huge amounts of divine energy.
A very strong, tall child with multiple arms.
That had a mouth big enough to take a huge chunk
child
out
that
of you.
wants to eat your friends.
Let's see. First note, we bury Squid.
To be fair, children bite. That is just how it is.
But children don't have poison DC, fortitude DC 25.
I've gotten cat scratch fever from quite a few children.
Oh my god.
What?
They're all catfolk.
Derek just put the dead skull on top of Squid's token.
Oh, now he looks like Alonzo.
No, remove his body. We buried him.
Why are you rotating him?
Pray I do not rotate him further.
Rotate the squid faster.
I rotated the squid once.
Rotate the faster squid.
Don't rotate it more.
Oh my god. Are we just dealing with the trauma that we got from instantaneously pack bonding with this animal?
Yes.
We were too trusting of
Maybe.
our
You know what really gets me is for a brief moment there playing Mousetrap with this creature, I got my games confused because I've been listening to GCP playing Quest for the Frozen Flame, where part of the game is getting beings and creatures to join your tribe. And I was sitting here like, I want to get Squid to join our tribe. And I was like, no, wait, this is the wrong game. We can't take him with us. And then he tried to eat us.
We can take pieces of him with us.
No.
Just sever a
Ew.
tentacle. That's so morbid.
Take the calamari. So, I will just keep going. Oh, actually, no, we won't. Let's heal.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was about
please.
to say, you should probably take care of the healing.
All right,
Do we
let's
want to
go.
try upping the DC for more health?
Do 20 for 2d8 plus 10.
Sure.
You can't critical unless you roll a 1 anyway.
Critically
I mean,
fail.
crit fail.
Critically fail, yeah.
Sure, let's go. What happens if I fail? I just
Nothing.
don't do anything?
Yeah,
All right.
for 10 minutes.
All right, go. This one's for you.
Me?
Yes, you.
Ooh. Natty 16.
Oh, that's almost a critical.
That's a success.
So that's just
right?
2d8 plus 10.
2d8 plus 10.
That plus 10 is chunky. On average, it should get us more than criticaling with 2 whatever.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
17.
Nice.
Your turn,
Time for Eleanor.
Callie.
Callie.
Eleanor.
Wow.
Calinor.
Ah, it's a regular fail.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Okay.
It's okay.
Back to Chester.
Fail.
Pass.
Succeed on Eleanor.
No,
how
that was a
much?
success
That was
for
a success
That was
for
for
you.
you.
Okay. I got my rolls mixed
Okay.
up. Here.
Them Johns. 15.
Okay.
Beep-beep.
How you doing, Chester?
Chester is at 72 of 74. He's good.
To Ellie Noir.
Eleanor.
Ellie
Heal,
Noir?
please.
Oh, baby. Critical success.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
48 plus 10.
Natty 17, by the way.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Woo!
24 healing.
Oh, beautiful.
God damn.
Nice.
God damn.
God damn. All right.
What are you at, Eleanor?
Eleanor is now, she was at 31. Now she is at, she was very
Yeah,
hurt.
that's a single round.
Now she's at 55
Okay,
out
so
of
you
86.
Need a good.
She was very badly hurt. Why do you think
gonna-
she was trying to kill it?
I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, baby.
It was a 20 and then it
success.
moved.
There's another success. For 17 points.
Oh,
and then
yes.
one more, I imagine.
I'll tell you where I'm at. Now I'm at 72 out of 86. Probably wouldn't hurt to go for one more.
Oh, it's a failure, unfortunately. So you can wait
All
for
right.
another one. This is just
I'm
counting time.
I'm gonna heal myself because I'm down 20.
Go for it.
Ooh, that might crit.
Success.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
18 on the die.
It's 48 plus 10. You don't double the plus 10 with the crit success.
Wouldn't that
Sadly.
be nice?
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Are you full now, Psycheer? 24 points of healing?
Yes. Yes, I
Beautiful.
am.
Hell yeah. All right, let's give Eleanor another hit on them, John.
How does Psycheer have so many hit points?
Psycheer has a decent hit die
Yeah.
and a big constitution modifier.
All right, nice.
It's because of Psycheer's mystery.
Yeah.
It ups their
Because
hit die
it's
to a
a
D10.
bit harder for them to heal, they balance it by giving them a little bit more
Oh,
HP.
there you go. Regular
16.
success for 16 points to Eleanor.
Oh, that might
Yeah.
get me up to full.
Is
Sick.
Usuvu hurt at all?
Nope.
All right, sick. Let's go.
I am at full.
She stayed
Thank you,
back.
Psycheer.
She took a note from Chester's playbook.
And Ray backed up.
Well, actually, she only advanced, but Chester ran back there, so she
Oh, yeah.
decided to draw the crossbow instead of the knife.
Yeah.
We might should consider getting Eleanor a distance weapon that does more than a D4.
The problem is all your stuff is built around
Yeah,
getting
I'm-
up close.
That's
I can only
true,
do things
but,
up
like,
close.
Distance is still necessary.
Could I have taken the 2 daggers from
Lucky?
Lucky? Have we
the
done any
regular ones?
selling? Yeah, they were just regular daggers, but they would
Sure.
get me 10 feet of distance.
Yeah, you can take them.
Thank you. I thought about that the last time
They
we
were
were
just
off air.
regular daggers, right?
Yar.
Okay, then we probably didn't
His
sell
gun
them.
was the only one that was important.
Bethel. Okay.
Yar. All right, so it is after the trek
Hey.
fight. Yep.
Quick question. If I put poison on a piece of ammunition, how long is it on there for?
I don't know.
So if I were to, I don't know, poison a bullet right now, would it be poisoned in the next encounter?
Yeah.
Because we do have 3 vials of hunting spider venom.
How would you do this?
Dip, potato chip.
Yeah, poison. Why it would take a whole vial to poison a bullet, I don't know, but, you know,
You have to soak it and let the poison seep into the metal.
yeah.
Yeah, because metal's porous.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
I'm
Metal's
gonna,
porous.
I'm going to say since it uses 2 actions to interact that you would have to do it in combat. Otherwise it would wear off and be not be useful. Jacob's giving me the stank eye.
Stanky.
So, I suppose we're like in Tentacle Canyon now, right?
Yeah, you're in Tentacle
What
Canyon.
time of day is it?
I wonder if that's why it's called Tentacle Canyon.
Oh!
Oh.
Do eyes live everywhere?
Maybe there's more of them. That makes me happy and sad.
That just means we'll have to kill more. Either that or we just can't stay around
Well,
them.
that's why I'm sad.
I was
I was
let's
happy
just
at the
try to
idea of their
stay away from
existence and sad at the realization that if they did exist, they'd try to eat us.
If there is something that pops up, we should just try to give them like a lizard first.
Yeah. We say this knowing for a fact that that was an individual, unique creature.
Yeah.
Derek splurged on us at the end.
Derek
if
loves
they're
to tell
curious-
us things once we're done.
Once I know it's not going to be relevant anymore, I don't know, after you kill it, there's sometimes there's cool things to share. And sometimes I can't wait half a year for it catching up.
Yeah.
We could preserve its body and bring it back.
No, you can't.
God.
No! I worked very hard to kill that thing.
Go on.
But you are in Tentacle Canyon. If you follow it through, you'll know that you'll come out near where
I have a
Cradle of Quartz
question.
is.
And like,
Yeah.
Do we know why it's called Tentacle Canyon?
yeah, because of the rock formations in the canyon. There are rock formations that like stand up.
The hoodoos.
The hoodoos.
Oh, and they're supposed to look like tentacles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that detail.
Yeah.
You can actually, hoodoos are a real thing. You can look them up. They're like,
HOODOO. Yeah, it's a real kind of rock formation,
Oh, I could see someone calling those like tentacles.
especially in the Manoways.
how deep is Tentacle Canyon?
I said that the dried out riverbed, and this isn't like a narrow thing. The map that you're put on for this isn't quite accurate. Is about 20 feet down right now.
And how far is it? Like how long do we have until we get to our destination or near it?
Like a day
So
or
right
two,
now
right?
it's about 1 in the afternoon.
'Cause I don't know how long we've been traveling at this point.
You've been traveling about 3 to 4 hours, and you've made it about 10 miles. I'm being generous here.
My God,
Okay.
we're schmoving.
Yeah, I had you guys start around 8-ish. It's 1-ish now. That includes the time you took to heal.
Yeah.
It also includes the time you took to talk to
play
Squid.
with eye.
Could we make it through this canyon before sundown?
You might not be able to get to the Cradle of Quartz today, like all the way through, but you could get pretty far, if not like most of the way there today.
And are we going to climb did its footprints look like the footprints that had us worried in the riverbed?
You could pretty much figure out that it probably comes through here a lot and just squiggles around.
Came through here a lot.
Yeah.
All by himself. Itself.
It doesn't really know the difference between solitariness and...
I know! Okay.
Well, it didn't know.
I know! That's sad. So do we still want to climb up the canyon?
Well, I understand. We are all anthropomorphizing this thing because it's cute.
Yes.
It was basically a fish.
Yeah.
Like a live bear. Live bears have no soul. So if you have guppies, remember, they would kill you in a heartbeat.
Big guppy. So do we still want to try and climb this wall to get out of the riverbed?
Yes. I don't like being at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right.
I will tie off my little rope to my me,
And I will stand beneath you and try to catch you.
and I'll start climbing up.
You ain't gotta catch them. They always land on their feet.
You just cut away like a wide screen view. You and Eleanor having this conversation. Psyche falls, just lands flat on their face.
That's why I was going to catch them.
I have a climb speed. It's fine. I can't fall.
I feel like that should be a challenge to the DM. Don't do that.
You're fine. You can make it up. You have a climb speed.
Because there's no like wind or stuff happening right now, at least.
There's no storm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's wind because you're in the desert.
But
Yeah,
it's
but
not like
not
a
like-
strong, hard wind.
Yeah. I'm not concerned about it.
Okay, yeah. Instead of attempting an athletics check, you just automatically succeed and move up to your climb speed.
Yeah, and if you guys want to take your time, there's no reason you can't just have Psyche here climb up,
Yeah.
affix a rope, and then climb up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
what
was
we're
gonna
planning on
do.
doing.
Yeah, you're able to all get up fairly easily. You collect your game of Mousetrap. You bury, I guess, eye or Squid.
We covered them up.
I squid.
Eye Squid. Oh, product name.
Apple's new eye squid.
Check it out now.
It actually sounds like something they would make.
It'll try to eat your face.
Watch out for the beak.
But
Comes in red, blue, rose gold, and yellow.
Ink black.
You make it up to the top of the dried out riverbed and you follow it for a couple miles. It ends up, the riverbed looks like it opens up into what looks like it like dumped into some sort of larger body of water because there's mostly just like dunes and soft hills around here. And you see like a large amount of like dunes and sand hills in front of you. You feel like in the vague distance you can see another like set of hoodoos and canyon, but like it could be miles away. So you start making your way out into
the babe. Yeah, every time you say hoodoo, that's what is going to happen.
It's such a fun word, too. Hoodoo.
Voodoo to voodoo.
but you start making your way out into it, and soon, not too long, you come across a what looks like a small oasis in the middle of these dunes.
Oh.
Can I roll perception to see if it actually is an oasis or am I crazy?
will- check.
Why? Oh, I just take you to this little map I have here.
Ooh. Still don't believe it. Till I touch the water, I won't believe it.
I won't believe it until I touch the grass.
We should all do that.
Touch grass?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're nerds who have been inside all day. We probably should.
It's funny, the map they give me doesn't line up with the flavor text. The
Yeah.
desert sun beats down with no wind and no shade for respite, except on this map, there are very obviously rocks and small trees. Ahead, a ridge of hills offers the promise of at least some shelter in the blistering sun. Maybe that's just where it is. And suddenly, a small plume of sand erupts from the ground a few feet ahead of you, followed almost immediately by the crack of a distant rifle shot. What? Arriving
Uncle Ten
just
Fingers Boomstick.
after the projectile.
Is it Uncle Ten Fingers Boomstick?
Roll for initiative.
Oh, it's
no.
not.
Maybe he just hasn't recognized us.
I choose to roll.
Alrighty, so
So who has the hat?
Chester.
All right, sick.
I need
Chester is wearing it.
your initiative rolls with perception.
28.
21.
26.
Okay, 26
Oh,
for
we did
Chester.
good. We did good.
21
I
for
rolled an
Eleanor.
11. That's not so great.
I mean, it's still good.
28 for
Over 10 is good.
Like here. Oh, you already got it. There we go. Sweet. What do you guys do? You see
Do we know where the bullet came from?
Make a perception check.
Well, would that
Wouldn't
not
that
count
not-
as...
Oh,
Yeah.
that would. Yes, you're right. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's an interesting thing. You know what? That's right. We do the perception initiative. Sorry, I'm bad at this, guys.
It's okay.
I pretend to be a great GM and I forget the basic rules all the time.
Did they roll their stealth for initiative?
No.
They should.
Why don't I do that right now?
Otherwise, we should be able to
It
see
auto
them.
rolled perception for me. My bad. Okay, that's better.
Oh,
Oh yeah, this thing beat you, unfortunately.
I don't doubt it.
Okay, so it's gonna act first in initiative, and you guys stopped, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's shooting at us? So we know, just us here, we know that Muglin and the leader of the Gilded Gunners had not left town yet.
That doesn't mean they couldn't have caught up to us.
Well, it also doesn't mean that other Gilded Gunners hadn't left yet. But I want this person might not be Gilded Gunner.
This might just be a guy.
It might just be a guy.
Yeah.
But not a silly little guy.
No, this might be a silly
No.
big guy.
They're shooting at us. They can't be a silly little guy.
Well,
They're
then
not lucky.
Lucky was shooting at us too.
Yeah, but he's lucky. He is a silly little guy.
he's a silly little one.
He's a silly little guy.
He's a silly little convict is what he is now.
Yeah.
So this thing is going to take another shot.
This thing?
At let's see here, at Asuvu apparently.
No! Good.
Oh, man.
She's got cover.
Not a Suvu.
She's got cover.
Sure.
But
From
we're
you?
all in front of her. Like a solid wall.
Protect the NPC.
It's got to be at least +1 to AC.
Okay, so that is going, and he's also going to do a.
He.
The first thing you're
User.
going to hear is just this
Oh no, it's a furry.
howl, and then
It's a furry!
you hear the gunshot go off.
Remember, if they can afford $1,000 commissions, they can afford a $10 pipe bomb in your mailbox.
So I rolled an effective 31.
Jeez.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
That cover will give Asuvu not a critical,
Oh,
Thank
God.
goodness.
but Asuvu
Boy.
will get hit for a total of
Is this a Ganol?
Is it a good kobold?
10
Die.
points of damage.
Oh, only 10? We're
that's-
fine.
However,
What about the deadly
when
D whatever?
that shot hits, it scares the shit out of all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out of
real.
nowhere,
And it's-
absolutely.
10-foot emanation off of Asuvu,
Oh.
Oh,
which is everybody.
This
Yep.
music
Yeah.
just slaps.
it does slap.
I need everybody to make a will save.
Oh boy. Let's go.
Chester.
Okay.
Chester. Chester.
30.
20, even.
23.
30 for Psycheer.
Yeah.
All right, Chester and Eleanor fail,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Are we afeared?
and Asuvu passes.
Just the one who got shot.
I know.
I
So
ain't scared.
both of y'all are going to be frightened 1.
Okay, that's fair enough, fair enough.
And that's 2 actions that I've spent so far. And at this point, I'm just going to... So it rolled stealth, so whenever it gets to your turn initiative, I'll show you where it is, all right?
Is that? I don't think that's how it works, but we also... The hiding, the hidden, concealed rules are
But I'm also, like,
complicated.
shot at you. So
That's fair, that's fair.
I'll give you that one for free and look up the rules later. Okay, so... But it is going to spend its last action to attack again. Oh, that's not going to hit. That's 14 total.
Kicks up dust.
Yeah, and now you see, you will have to actually zoom out for this one, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
Way over here behind this
Oh.
rock, you see what looks to be a humanoid, slightly canine figure.
It is a... No, it is a knoll, right?
Oh, cool.
Kind of looks like a gnoll. It's about
It's
120 feet away from you.
Gnoll. Cool beans. Does it have cover from us?
I think it could use, or you could argue that it could use the rock for cover that it's hiding behind.
You could argue.
Yeah, it could. I might.
I may.
All right, it is now Psycheer's turn.
The roll.
Oh, yes. Would
Yes.
you please flat check?
13.
13. You are good. I believe we roll to determine what spell slot you get back.
Yeah.
What spell slots have you expended?
I've expended 1 second level and 2 third levels.
Okay. All right, so it looks like I rolled a d6 for you. You're going to get a third level spell slot back.
Yay!
Nice.
But you have to use it in a number of rounds.
So that's actually a second level spell.
Oh.
I could make them blind though.
Can you do it from here?
30 feet.
Okay.
You'd have to run.
Yeah.
Is blindness the only third level spell you know right now?
No, I have dream message and remove disease.
Dream message. Cool.
Yes, and the range for that is planetary.
That's cool.
What do you want to do, Psyche? Is over 120 feet away from you.
This is the same relative kind of rifle that good old Chester Williams has, right?
You're not sure. You haven't seen.
Do I have an approximate knowledge of how much range the standard issue rifle has?
So Chester is a flintlock musket. It has a range of 70 feet.
Only 70 feet?
Yeah, I was taking range penalty.
Take it.
I'll have you know, I calculated my range penalty when I made those attacks.
Oh no, that's not good. Wow. 70 feet?
It should be about 120 from you guys.
He's exactly 120 from Chester.
Sweet.
So can I see him?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see him.
I can see him. I'm going to...
You see like this glint coming off the barrel of the gun.
It's the scope.
It's the barrel.
I didn't mean to do that.
I know.
It doesn't have a scope.
I
Help me.
figured.
What do you need?
I fucked up.
I explode.
I explode.
It's like here just drew a massive circle on our map. I explode. Centered on them, might I add.
Yes. Hang on. Let's see. So can I run 50 feet?
Sure.
That'll be 2 actions.
To run? Or
That would just be my normal stuff.
Yeah.
Could I spend...
you could spend, so your movement's 25?
Yes.
Yeah, you could go up to 75 feet.
Okay.
For 3 actions.
Yeah. I'll have that square mark for you if you need
All
to
right,
move a
right there.
token.
Thank you.
Psyche here goes, tears up the sand as they run across. 3 actions to stride.
Psyche T-poses and glides across the skin. I'm sorry, but whenever I see a token move
meet, Bri?
when I see a token move such a far distance, that's all I can actually imagine is just a line in the sand where their feet are dragging.
All right, so that's Psyche's turn. All 3 action to move. Chester Williams.
I like to imagine that it's not so much just a T-posing thing, but Psyche is moving in such a straight line that they're having to fight against, sand sliding out under their feet, so the tail is whipping like a cheetah's.
Yeah.
Little propeller. Chester's going to devise a stratagem and recall knowledge. What should I roll for recall knowledge?
What should you roll for recall knowledge, you say?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't.
What is your
It
roll?
would actually be
Got a
society.
3 on the die.
Oh, that's sexy.
But my society is my highest knowledge. 16.
Hell no.
I didn't think so. Well, so Chester got a on the die. You're gonna go 20. That's 25. That would be 2 actions. He hasn't got his gun drawn yet. So if I move to oh yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna run. It's 25. 30. Oh, I can get to right there. Is that 50? And Chester
Yes.
runs to get closer.
Okay, so 3 actions just to run.
Yep,
Did you devise a stratagem?
I did.
So you can only spend 2 actions to run.
I spent 2 actions to run.
Okay.
Did I say? I spent 3 actions total. 1 to devise stratagem, 2 to run.
I see. It is now Eleanor's turn.
And
Eleanor's gonna get over there in like
Way
one
faster.
movement.
Actually, yeah.
if it hadn't been for that stupid frightened, I would have made it 90 feet.
Does frighten lower your movement speed?
I'm pretty sure
shouldn't.
it did. Well, no, wait, no, it's I don't have panache because I didn't after you. With panache, I could go 45 feet in one movement.
Oh, woofta.
But
Boofta.
if I'm not mistaken, zooms out. The only problem is would I have had my sword?
No.
No, unfortunately.
Okay, what's that say?
That says
120 feet.
That's 3 actions. I can get right up to him in 3 actions.
Yeah, you could.
I'm doing it.
Do it. What happens is Psyche takes off. Eleanor, Chester sits and thinks for a second and then books it. And then Eleanor sprints past.
All of you.
Does Eleanor anime run? Naruto run?
Oh God.
I feel like Eleanor might Forrest Gump run.
Like
Dedication.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Behind.
Behind. On your left.
Behind. Yeah, I don't have my sword out, but I'm able to get right up to it.
Eleanor.
I thought about activating my bracelet of dashing, but that takes an entire action.
Yeah.
And with the second action, I would have only made it 100 feet.
Not worth.
So I didn't think it was worth it. Now I'm up in its business. I can punch for an attack of opportunity because I can't attack unarmed.
Guarantee you this thing did not think one of us could make it up to him that fast. Just go.
Sometimes being a swashbuckler
right.
with high speed is delightful.
That
Swabluger.
speed is absurd.
Yeah, she might have anime ran. If she had her sword, she would have anime ran.
Oh my goodness. His hand just gets in your face. Okay, Osuvu spends all 3 actions to run up as well.
Oh, she's so little.
All right, that's the end of round 1. We've done nothing but get shot at and run, but towards the enemy this time.
Yeah.
It's this guy's turn. All right, so
This
Eleanor,
time.
as you round the corner and see this guy, I want to show you the art here on Foundry.
Let's look at him. Is it going to be a horrible mutant gnoll?
Time to
is.
find out whether we kill or knock out.
It does look like a gnoll.
Based off of looks alone.
Really
Based off look. Oh my God. Are we the baddies?
Horrible.
Are we the baddies? Are
Let
we
me
the
just narrate
baddies?
for half a second before you insult my gnoll. You see this gnoll, he has like long white hair as part of his mane.
Oh, is he old?
And he has this badass golden firearm.
Oh, he survives.
And his eyes are
He's
also kind of vaguely glowing gold.
He's
not
really
mutated.
cool looking.
He is not mutated, no.
So no, but like that's the thing. If he's not mutated, he might have his wits about him. It doesn't mean he's good, but like he might be worth considering not, murdering. I'm
Well,
just
it's
gonna
his
throw it out there.
turn.
I do like that gun though.
It is his turn. Are you going to kill him because he has good loot?
Never.
Would that have changed your opinion of Squid if you couldn't get the helmet?
Oh.
I would have given up that helmet for him to live.
Oh, that's fair.
He's
I
beautiful.
offered to sacrifice
I really
the
like this
character in
in
a different
another
game just for Squid to live.
That's dumb. Okay. You get up in his business, and his rifle, if you notice, has a like bayonet-looking thing on it.
Yep.
So what he's
Have fun
going
getting slashed.
to do, he's going to take a shot at you.
I attack.
You don't.
But you don't have your weapon out there.
I can punch.
Okay, go ahead to make your attack of opportunity. Good call.
He goes to make a ranged attack. I can attack. I calculated getting right in his business.
Or
A punch is non-lethal, isn't it?
yeah, or do you want to save that for nimble dodge?
Ooh, here's the real strategy.
I know it's not as
I
fun.
know.
but you
I'll
won't
save
do
it
a
for
lot of
nimble
damage
dodge.
with a punch.
If he
All right.
tries to hit me, I'll save it for nimble dodge. My AC is lower because of frightened.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jacob. It's not as cool though.
I know.
So I think he's going to take a shot first. He's already.
You know how much it hurts to not attack of opportunity. He's not
you
going to
know
hit me if
what?
he's going to take a
Do
shot.
you know what he says in Null? Are you prepare for the most powerful spell of all? Are you ready to meet
Bullet?
God?
You know what? I just realized I didn't reload last round, so I have to spend an action to reload, and then I will take my shot in your face at point blank range.
Oh,
At me?
Yeah.
That's why I'm using nimble dodge. I want it to be cool, but I have to be alive.
I have to live. I like the tokens.
Do you know I have another dodge ability? I have
right.
dodge away.
Are you using nimble dodge on this one?
I am using nimble dodge.
I like how the tokens for Outlaws of Alkenstar have like riveted edges.
I rolled a total of 21. Natural
You miss.
3.
Ooh! I would have been able to attack. I would have been able to not be hit regardless, but you miss.
All right, so that's your nimble dodge, and then he's going to attack you with the bayonet on the gun.
Okay.
-5 or -4?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. You've done secret rolls. Look at you.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a total of 18.
You miss.
I rolled a 3 and a
Yes.
5 this round, and that's all my actions. I reloaded, I shot, and I smack. All right, that's his turn. Next in the order is Sakir. What do you want to do? I got to speed run this joke now so many times.
That's right. Don't want the audience to get bored with Williams.
The butt of our humor.
That's the funniest thing
Sorry,
to me.
I'm the butt of our humor.
But
Stand.
Stand?
I love him.
Hungry.
what do you want to do, Sakir? It looks like you've moved up.
Yes, I'm going to move once. That's 30 feet. And then I'm going to cast the spell that I got by not exploding.
Blindness?
Which is going to be blindness, yes.
Hell yeah, fortitude, right?
Bark.
Fortitude?
Yes.
I believe so.
That's the bark
yes.
of great yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
When
That
do
was
we
a
get
bark
rid
of
of
hang
our
the fuck on. I'll look.
frightened?
Ooh, I rolled really
Oh,
good.
jeez.
I would like to spend a bottle cap to make you reroll.
That's not how they
Can I
work
please
in this
do it?
game. Bottle caps work like
Okay.
hero points. We haven't
You
allowed...
changing this fucks over only me.
No, we wanted to do this for Shoma too, and I said no. Bottle caps don't impose on GM in this game. You can trade them though.
I did ask this a few episodes ago, too.
Yeah, this has been asked multiple times of me. So unfortunately, that's going to be a critical success, which means no effect.
That sucks.
Which is great for me, I guess. I would have liked that 18, I don't know, a roll or two ago when I could have attacked, but, you know, not being blind is cool.
I'm sure you'll get it anyway.
We'll see. Eleanor's in my face. My days are numbered.
Yeah.
All right, so you've double moved. You double moved and you attacked.
No, I only moved once.
You only moved once.
Yeah.
And then you...
Blindness is 2 actions.
2 actions. Okay, okay. But yeah, you're at the end of your turn.
Catcher?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Catch me.
Okay, I only moved twice. She moved 3 times. I was about to say, how did Usuvu get in front of me?
Yeah, you only moved twice.
Chester's gonna devise a stratagem. Go!
Not a good roll.
No!
Oof.
Just reload again. Just keep reloading.
Shove even
He's
more
got
ammunition.
Cartridges coming out the gun barrel. I gotta reload,
Just
guys.
run up. You spend your actions moving.
No, I'm actually gonna be smart this time. Chester's gonna pull out and drink a Drakenheart mutagen, moderate.
You gonna move?
Devise a stratagem, pull out, drink.
Okay, so 3 actions. Cool.
But now my AC. Oh.
When do we get rid of our frightened condition?
You should already be on at the start at the end of your turn on the first round. It should have gone down.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not a.
You're not frightened anymore.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I'm not using Hero
I am
Lab.
also
I'm using Hero
Foundry.
Lab, not Foundry. So
Yeah.
also
manual.
not frightened anymore. So
Yarp.
my AC has gotten better.
Yep. Cool. That's that. For you, it is Usuvu's turn. Usuvu is going to
Flank him. Oh no, she gun or stab? Oh, she could do both.
do both.
she has a crossbow.
Oh yeah.
I have to double move if I want to see him. Usuvu's going to be a bro.
What if you move just there?
No, Usuvu's going to be a bro.
Oh.
Usuvu's going to be a bro and move
Bro.
up to here.
But
Double move.
Ah.
It's 1 action. Draw her kukri.
Oh yes.
You see what I'm doing?
Usuvu and Eleanor double teaming.
I hate doing this to myself, but that's what Usuvu would do. Spot an
Usuvu's
opening.
smart.
She
It's what my
would.
character would do.
I shut up. It is now this dude's turn. Shit. He's going to spend an action to reload, which is an interact action that will trigger an attack of opportunity.
I want it this time.
Do you have your sword out?
No, I haven't
Oh.
been able to draw, but I could
Wait.
punch him.
Last time it was his turn, she didn't have her sword out. Did you skip her turn?
No, because last time it was his turn was the top of round 2.
Yeah.
That was her turn acting on round 2.
I got a really low initiative for us. I think I got the lowest initiative of all
No,
of us.
remember, he shot in her face.
Oh, I did. You're right.
So you skipped her turn.
I did skip your turn.
Wait, I got skipped?
Yes.
And Usuvu hasn't acted yet, technically, so let's wind back the clock.
Slapped my foot and that hurt.
Okay. Oh, you probably took my debate over whether or not I would do the attack of opportunity as like my turn.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I will act.
Or I
am
just
going-
double-clicked on my arrow and didn't think about it. Yeah, go ahead, Eleanor.
I am going to draw my rapier, action 1.
Okay.
Action 2, attempt a tumble through.
Okay.
And let's see if this works.
I believe in you.
That is a 24. Or
Why did
22.
Asuvu move
Sorry.
back?
Because it wasn't her turn.
Eleanor goes before Asuvu.
Yeah, and Asuvu didn't have a complicated
I got a
turn, so
bad
it's-
roll. Just tell me it's not enough. 24.
That will not do it, unfortunately. But no reactions from him.
Okay, then I will attempt.
You still have to draw.
I did. I said I drew.
Okay. So one action draw,
One action draw, one action attempt to tumble through. Didn't work, so I guess I'm stuck back where I was.
Yeah.
And
You could still do a normal attack where you could raise your shield.
I'm going to raise my shield.
Okay, cool. That is your
My
turn.
buckler, which has the same points as a shield, because why not?
My knife.
My knife.
My knife. Now put
It's almost
Asuvu
not worth
back.
me attacking without panache.
That's fair.
Get back up there, Usuvu.
It's just, you get back up there, draw your knife. Okay, top of round 3 now. It's this guy's turn, and he is boxed in.
Go ahead and do a ranged melee attack. I mean, a ranged attack, please.
What, he's going to spend his first action to reload, and then he's going to take a swipe with his...
He reloaded. You can take an attack of opportunity.
Yes,
if
you
Yes.
can. And your weapon is drawn now, so take
Yeah,
that
I'm
drawn.
going to actually take the attack of opportunity now that I have my shield up to help protect me.
That is a good call.
Let's
Free
see.
real estate.
It's free real estate. Does a 32 hit?
Yeah, not a crit, but that will hit.
That's okay. I hit, though. And I consider attack of opportunities just free damage.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, good damage. 11 damage.
That will hurt very muchly.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, just get a lot of hit points, but that'll hurt.
Does he look offended when we hurt him, Derek?
I mean, it looks
Also,
hurt.
please note, I did not roll non-lethally
Uh-huh.
because it wasn't my finisher.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your attack of opportunity. He does reload, I think, unless that interrupts.
I didn't critical, so I shouldn't interrupt his
I'm not
action.
gonna deal with that. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, it
you're right,
won't
you're right.
interrupt.
Okay, so he reloads, and then he's going to take a swipe with his bayonet again. That has the critical fusion trait.
Uh-huh.
And what that means is if I get, because this weapon is technically a combination weapon.
Oh, okay.
So basically, I think the deal is if I get a crit with my swingy part of this weapon, I can go kaboom if I have a round in the chamber.
Oh, cool.
First,
But not if you use it against us.
You can discharge and create a wild bang of concussion using critical specialization effect from firearms instead of the melee. Blah blah blah.
So you have to critical first.
That would be so cool if it wasn't trying to hurt us.
Yeah. Speaking of criticaling, I'm gonna swing it at Eleanor first. Oh, that's pretty good. 29.
You hit,
It's
but
just a
it's
regular.
not even a crit. Not close to a
It's
crit.
but like you have to. This is critical specialization. So you
Yeah.
probably have it because you're a monster and you have this. So you have to have the ability to use critical specializations to
Yes.
use it.
But
Yeah.
I metagamed properly because if I had used Nimble Dodge, you still would have hit.
Oh, good metagaming then. So you're going to take a total of 11 points of slashing damage, basically what you just dealt him for reloading. So
We're just even now.
I just net nothing there. And then, because you got that on the AOO, and then he's going to spend his second attack at -5 to attack Isuvu, which is probably going to be a lot better for him. Unless he rolls a 7, which is a miss, or for a total of 20, which is a miss. God.
Maybe he should be better.
Maybe you should shut up. Sakir, it's your turn.
All right.
Is his gun all swirly like it is in the picture?
It is definitely glowing with some sort of otherworldly energy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Yep, and I could do it. I could do it and not hit anybody too. I'm
could
going to
also-
charge.
Going to charge? Oh, you're a laser?
My laser.
Kame.
Yes.
Kame, Hame, Ha. First action, Kame. Second action, Hame. Third action, Ha.
But the Ha gets held out for 4 actions.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Ah!
Okay, it's just like the anime. All right,
Yeah.
so that's your turn. Charging your laser. Chester, the laser Williams.
That's me.
Yes.
Oh, my dice is
That's your husband's name.
A
The
device-
laser.
a stratagem. Finally, pulls out a gun, an actual gun.
His flintlock musket.
Yes, I believe Chester is within 70 feet. Yes,
First range increment.
first range, and he's going to.
Oh, for the audience who's curious about this at all, each weapon has a range listed for a ranged weapon. Anything past the range listed, you take -2. And then like every range, so if Chester has a weapon that shoots 70, he can shoot anything up to 70 feet, no penalty. Anything from 70 to 140 or double the range is -2. Add 70 again would be what, 210? Could be -4. So you just -2 every one of whatever your range is.
It's not as big a deal for guns like this most of the time, but it's been a very big deal for Chester's bombs, which have a range increment of like 20 feet.
Right.
So you gotta get a lot closer. Chester will draw his gun and he will shoot this thing. Because it's not mutated, he will shoot it non-lethally. So as an 18 on the die, plus his devise a stratagem bonus for flintlock is plus 15 for a total of 33 minus 2 is 31.
31 will hit.
Okay. That's going to be 4d6 because his extra damage from devise a stratagem. Woo! 5, 5, 4, and 1 for 15 damage.
Pretty juicy.
Not bad.
And that was 3 actions.
There you go. Solid action economy stuff. Eleanor, your turn.
I have a quick question, and I don't think this is metagamey. Where do I need to be so that I am not a part of the upcoming Kamehameha?
So that is a good question.
Because, like, I would think as many times as I've seen Saikir use this spell, I would know not to get in the way.
You should stay where you are.
If you step to flank with Usuvu, you will
Get hit.
Yeah.
You could delay your turn and ask Usuvu to get into flank, and you both will not be hit.
Then that's what I will do.
Okay,
It's
then
like, Usuvu, step right.
and then Usuvu will take her action, one action to step, one action trick attack, then last action use for the strike with the kukri. Oh, and before I roll that, let me check on flat-footed for this guy.
Check it and see.
I rolled a...
Oh, yeah, nat 17. Go
it's not a
Usuvu.
critical, but it's really good. That's one away.
It's 32.
Yeah, because this guy's flat-footed. So 32 total will be a regular hit. And I will get my better damage. 9 points of damage plus 2d6 is 8 more damage. So 17 total.
Nice job, Usuvu.
I hate characters that are written to be kind of smart.
Usuvu's been quite the useful NPC.
It's like Greta, but worse.
Greta, but smaller and bluer.
No, Greta was pretty
Greta
dope.
was awesome. Usuvu's all right,
The thing
but
is,
Greta
Greta
was
was
awesome.
dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Greta was a
Greta
himbo.
Could smack.
But she
Yeah.
smashed.
Greta was a big, beautiful barbarian bimbo.
I think she was a fighter, actually.
Yeah, I believe fighter.
Either way.
But either way, yeah, it
I
still
really don't think she raged.
You guys
so.
pimped Greta, this NPC in Reign of Winter.
Oh,
out
yeah.
With, like, what was it, the axe?
The axe, the armor.
And you made me deal damage against, like, my bosses that was in, like, the 40s.
It was so good.
So, Eleanor, you take your turn now?
Yes, I do wish to take my turn now.
It wasn't Lyrianne's fault. She was just goaded with the sauce.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to attempt to tumble through to land where I'm at.
Honestly, did it to yourself by forcing that all on Lyrianne.
Yes.
Does a 26 tumble through?
26 to tumble through?
Yes. I doubt it, but it is flat-footed if that helps. I rolled a 10, so I'm trying to get my panache.
Yeah, it won't. This guy, so you're rolling against my reflex DC, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he's got good reflex.
His reflex DC is just really high, unfortunately. No reactions triggered. He is still flat-footed because you're kind of trying to get around him or whatever. But yeah, you're not going to be able to get panache, unfortunately. But you do have a higher chance to crit because of the flat-footed.
I'm going to attempt something I haven't done in a while. I have one more chance to get panache. I'm going to attempt to create a diversion via deception.
Ooh.
That might be a lower DC.
So you're rolling against my deception DC? Mm-hmm. All right, go for it. Or perception DC, which one?
Well, it says deception. I can use a...
So you attempt a single deception check. So you roll your deception check against my perception DC. Cool. Go ahead and do that.
I don't know. It's worth a try at least.
Yeah.
Oh, much better roll. How does a 29 do?
That'll do it. So create a diversion means
She says, I'm going to stab you there. And then stabs him there.
No, I flash his eyes with the glint of my sword in the sun.
Ooh.
The glint of the rapier, I flash him in the eyes.
You do not fight with honor.
Good.
Success, you become hidden to those
Honors for
creatures
fools.
whose perception DC is less.
Honors for
than equal
fools
to
and
result.
losers.
And paladins.
And paladins.
You become hidden. He's still flat-footed.
The worst
That's not going to change
sin
that.
of
But does
all.
this give you panache?
Yes, because I am a fencer type
I'm sorry, paladins.
swashbuckler, that gives me panache.
All right, yeah. Then you have panache, and you have one action left to attack with.
Perfect.
You are young, you are foolish, you are arrogant, and above all, you're a paladin.
I don't use this means of panache often because I have a higher. I am using my hero point.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a nat 3.
Oh.
Everything is awful.
What'd you get?
An 8. That is a total of 23.
Because he is flat-footed, that is a hit.
It's a hit.
Exactly a hit.
Oh my goodness. Okay, it was not a wasted hero point.
That's a good use of a hero point.
Okay, well, let's roll some d6s.
I'm so glad for you, baby.
I'm very happy to hit. 5 d6s. 3 for precision damage, 2 for the weapon. Oh boy. 6 and 6 is 12, 15, 17, 20 exact, plus 2 is 22 damage.
22 damage. Jeez.
Piercing.
Okay.
Well, I guess it doesn't flash in his eyes, but it flashes and I seem to disappear.
Basically, you flash the reflection of the sun on his eyes, and he squints for a second, and you could use it to hide or disappear or something, or catch him flat-footed, but you just smirk and then run his shoulder through with your rapier.
I'm just trying to be flashy. Ha ha ha. I just want panache.
All right.
Anyway, let's roll that pun damage, Derek.
Top of round 4. It's this guy's turn.
What are you going to do, huh? Die? Or get knocked unconscious? Surrender?
He's going to do something a little odd.
Oh?
He sees Psycheer setting up a spell, and he is also, in the midst of something. So he's going to try to pull a brave move and move to Psycheer. However, because
He moves
Eleanor
out of my space.
has acted and regained reactions, because we're using that now.
Yeah.
You get an attack of
I
opportunity.
take my attack of opportunity.
Great.
How hurt does he look?
I'm going to use non-lethal damage.
I mean,
this
he's
time.
still
You ain't got it.
mechanically he's not bloodied. Let's just say that much.
Oh, so he's still rare and ready to go.
I don't think I'm going to hit. Does a 20 hit?
No,
Okay.
Not even flat-footed.
not even flat-footed.
Check it.
Yeah, I
see.
rolled a 5, so.
So he's gonna get up to
Ain't got leg.
Psycheer.
But he knows he's been threatened.
He's gonna try and smack
Smack the cat?
the cat. Uh-oh, he smacks the cat.
Uh-oh.
He smacks a cat.
Uh-oh, he smacks the
Oh,
cat.
he smacked the cat.
What's
He
your
smacked
average?
hard.
Criticaled.
And criticaled the cat.
Oh, no.
He got an 18 on the die. So the damage is going to be critical damage. Oh, only 20 points of damage.
All right.
However,
so that takes me down to
doubled.
66.
Oh, no. That's not bad.
20
It is doubled.
It is doubled already. Yeah, 20 points of damage is doubled.
Oh, no.
But I have a critical thing.
Oh,
so
no,
there's
what's
gonna be more
it?
damage. There's going to be more damage
Okay.
coming.
Which one are you going to do? Are you going to use the critical specialization effect for the firearms, or are you going to do the extra damage?
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
So what it is, a critical fusion. First, if the ranged weapon is a firearm, you can discharge it to create a loud bang and concussion using the critical specialization effect for the firearms, which I don't know what that is. Second, you can choose to discharge the ranged weapon to increase the critical hit's momentum, or shoot the foe as you attack in melee, dealing 2 additional damage per weapon damage die. Have you reloaded your weapon since you last
I
shot
did.
it?
Remember, I
Okay.
reloaded before I attacked Asufu and Eleanor for that reason.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
So I could do 2 more damage per weapon die.
Yes.
So 4?
Hold on.
So yeah, basically you're shooting it if you do the damage, you're shooting it as you swing to make it swing faster. Or just shoot them when you hit them. Depends on what type of weapon you have.
But I could also do a thing and use that concussive blast.
Yeah. What is the critical specialization effect for firearms?
So that is the target must succeed a fortitude save against your class DC or be stunned.
Oh.
I think that's what I'm going to do. The damage would be nice, but I think he's going to like hit you with the sword hard and then shoot, and then you're going to have to make a fortitude save, Psych here.
All right.
Oh.
That's
I'm
going to
use a hero point.
Oh, sorry.
Why do you do that?
No, well,
You
knew
rolled a
it was
5.
a fail
That's
in
fine.
the first place.
I didn't have. I didn't even see the total. It was just like a 5 isn't. Go ahead, roll it. I'll allow it. 19. Yeah, that's a fair use of a hero point. I'm sorry I announced it too fast. That'll pass.
That's great, because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to let your spell off.
Yeah.
That round.
So I moved. I hit. And critted with a critical fusion. I still have 1 action left. My gun is unloaded though. So I'm gonna bite you with my jaws.
Oh.
Okay.
Actually,
Bite me.
This isn't the total result. I didn't roll with my map. That's gonna be at 20 total.
Nope.
Okay. Then that will miss. That is his turn, all 3 actions. I risked it and it kind of paid off, but not as big as I hoped. Okay. So that's his turn. Psych here.
I'm going to spend all 3 actions.
Yeah.
This happens simultaneously. So Psyker gets stabbed as they are reorienting themselves towards him.
Right.
He bites out at them, and right as his jaws kind of clamp on nothingness, Psyker's gonna shove their hand up under his head.
Oh.
And, do the thing.
Zap him through his
All
brain.
right, fortitude, right? Or reflex?
Reflex.
All right, reflex is my good one. Do you want this one on Foundry or on my box?
Foundry.
Alrighty, here we go. All right, pretty good roll. I don't think that's a critical success, is it? Or is it?
It is.
A critical success?
Yes.
Wow.
Wait, what's your DC?
22.
Oh,
22.
I saw 24. No!
It happens.
It does.
Do I take any damage?
Hang on.
I think I should still take some.
Well, it depends.
It's not a save or suck, is it?
What type of save
It's
is
a
it?
basic. Or is it? I don't remember.
Let me look at this real quick.
Save DC 22 basic reflex, which means if you crit succeed, take no damage.
Okay.
Yes. However,
But the adjacency damage will still happen.
the adjacency damage will still happen. So unfortunately, he has really good reflex. Cat's
makes
been
sense.
struggling against that this whole combat.
Yes.
Okay. Man, that sucks. Chester Williams.
Chester's going to move 25 feet. Divide.
So you're moving up closer to it behind Psych here.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Chester. I've already moved, so I won't be able to shoot it this time if I devise a stratagem. Chester's going to drop his gun, draw his whip, and move up another 25 feet.
Okay, so you're getting into melee.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your turn.
Yep.
Eleanor, it will be your turn, and it'll be very, very, very easy for you to flank him. Oh, we're doing the same thing we always do with NPCs.
Let's see, 1.
Sometimes it's really fun to just imagine the combats once you get the rolls figured out. He leaned forward to bite Psycheer. Psycheer jerked out of the way and put their hand up to get his head. He quickly snapped his head back as it shot up into the air. Just stuff like that. It's really fun to
Turn
imagine.
end your turn next to me.
Do what?
Turn end your turn next to me.
Chester will actually end his turn. I'm sorry, I did forget right here.
All right. Do you have reach with the whip?
Yes.
Okay, so you can still threaten him.
Yeah.
And flank.
Why threatening doesn't matter. I don't have a type of-
gonna go to here.
I'm talking about for flanking.
Yeah.
That's 1 movement.
Sweet. All right, you will
As
be flanking.
part of my movement action, I will attempt, and I have the space, I counted it, I will attempt the tumble through.
Do it. This one's hard.
No, I don't make it.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's see. That's 1 action, because I can tumble through as part of a movement action.
Do you want to try and...
I am going to try the diversion again.
All right. So that's roll deception. It's still pretty hard, but you crushed it last time.
I think I have a better chance than I do with tumble through.
You might.
That is a 23. I highly doubt it.
Not going to do it.
I keep rolling 10s tonight. Well, then I will attempt an attack, and I will not have panache.
Chasing the panache dragon.
Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
The
That's
dragon
right.
with swashbuckler levels would be
I do not
horrifying.
hit.
No, all right. That'll be that. Then
Does he have a crit fail?
No, he doesn't
effect?
have any
Okay.
reactions like that.
Because that would
unfortunately for
probably
him.
be a crit fail.
All right. Well, then Isuvu is
That's not a good
threatening.
night.
Yeah.
That's okay. I had a good one last time.
Isuvu is going to move up, and I think if Isuvu moves here, that she will be flanking with Chester.
That's up to you because Chester's in a weird spot. One of those
fine.
spots would flank. It's just whichever one.
He's
is
already flanked by
dependent.
Psyche and Eleanor, and while
Yeah.
that technically doesn't make him flank to Isuvu, Chester's close enough to the flanking position. That's going to be a move, and then trick attack, strike with the Kukri, no whammies, natural 3.
I feel you, Suvu. I rolled a nat 2.
Oh, okay, then this is going to make things get interesting.
Who goes after Chester?
Eleanor, and Eleanor already went. So it is now the top of round 5. You see him snap up vertically, and then like both hands just almost robotically grab the rifle, get down on his knees, and like kneel and say, "I yield. Forgive me."
I thought he was about to break it.
I thought he was going to like explode or do a special ability.
I thought he was about to snap this thing over his knee.
And that is where we're going to pick up in our next episode.
This is not even fair to us.
It happens.
It does.
It happens to the best of us. Chester wanted to kill him for that gun.
No, I wanted him to live. I want to find out what he's doing, if he's
I
special
never
or not.
attacked non-lethally.
He's shiny.
He's also bleeding. But the gun. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. And we are also on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon Podcast. Our theme for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.